Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. My name is Nathan, and today I'm going to bring you my Torbran Thane of Redfell EDH deck. Torbran Thane of Redfell says, when red sources you control would deal damage to an opponent or permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus 2 instead. So it makes the little insignificant bits of damage a lot more. And I thought, what is more red than that, right? So we're going to go through, and we're going to look through all my choices here. We have Outpost Siege. I'm going to leave it on the screen here for a moment so you can read it. We have Tectonic Reformation. I play 36 lands in this deck. In mono red, you don't have a whole lot of ways to draw cards without having to discard cards. And you don't have a lot of ways to ramp, but you also don't have a lot of ways to get rid of extra lands. This turns those extra lands into extra cards. We've got double damage. We have mana barbs for that extra damage for people playing Magic, drawing cards, doing stuff with their spells. They have to take damage. With Torbran out, that becomes 3. So every time they tap mana, it's lightning bolt to your head. I'm beginning your upkeep. Each player, it deals 1 damage to them, and then if they cast something and they didn't pay mana for it, which is quite often in EDH, it's 5 damage. With Torbran out, that's more, but that doesn't really matter. Like 2 damage off of extra 5 is something not a whole lot of things really need. You have quests. Quest makes it so you have double damage for a moment. Aether Sting, whatever you want to call it. Says whenever one of your opponents plays a creature spell, it deals damage to that player. A lot of these are only opponents, too, which is really cool. A lot of symmetrical effects happen with these, but not in this case. During each player's upkeep, Ancient Rules deals damage for artifacts. Citadel of Pain, I'm glad I picked this up for like 93 cents. It's shot way up in price. It deals damage for them tapping for having untapped mana. Leyline of Combustion. Leave it up there for a second. Leylines are cool. They can play turn 0, which is nice. Vortex is no life gain. Extra damage. It becomes 4. We go to Planeswalkers. We have Chandra. We have another Chandra. I like Chandra. This Chandra is really good. She makes Chandras go up more faster, which is cool. Ultimate's faster. More Chandras. And we're only playing the decent Chandras. We're not playing the bad Chandras. And the reason is because the bad Chandras just won't fit in this deck. They're just not good enough. People will laugh at you. Don't do it. We have Mana Geyser. We have temporary mana accelerant in this deck because that's all red can really get at, besides with artifacts. And we don't play a lot of artifacts in this deck. We do play a couple, but we don't want to hurt ourselves with our abilities, with our enchantments. Wild Guess, we have every single good Impulse-esque draw card in red. Terminating Voice. We have Twin Flame for a combo. We have Grape Shot for a combo. Impulse Draw. Click Defiance. Destructive Decorum, because people are going to come after you. You don't want them to. Chain Reaction. We play quite a few creatures, but that's okay, because so do other people. We just need to keep the board okay and you alive. Impulse Draw, more or less. Faithless Looting, the best Impulse Draw. Seething Song is temporary mana. Instant Speed, Impulse Draw. It's a thrill of possibilities. Chaos Warp, it's our only way to deal with enchantments in this deck, and in red in general. Price of Progress is damage, and it's a lot of damage because people play non-basics. We play, like I said, 36 basic mountains. Hazardous Monument, like I said, we play a lot of creatures. This is more impulse drawing for every creature you play, and creatures cost less. Lava Brink Floodgate thing is a mana rock that gives you half your mana back right away, which is nice. And then you have the whole Doom counter thing, right, with the 6 damage. I find that people don't want to put Doom counters on it. They'd rather let you have that extra 2 mana, because otherwise you have a clock, and people are scared of it and they don't want to put too much into it. It's pretty funny. Like I said, Chandras. Chandras are fun. This helps my Chandras. It lets me copy Chandra abilities and discard mountains once again to draw cards. First up, there's Warfare's Bauble over here. It's your basic land. Ramp, Soul Ring, ramp, Iron Mirror, the one artifact creature in the deck. It's ramp. Aristocrats-esque things, when our stuff dies or when anybody's stuff dies, he deals the damage to a player or a planeswalker. Zealot makes it so you deal 3 whenever people cast stuff from their graveyard. That does include just flashback or graveyard, Underworld Breach combo and all that fun stuff. So this is super fun. Emulation Shaman. He's pretty good. Whenever an opponent activates an ability of an artifact creature or a land that isn't a mana ability, he deals 1 damage to that player. The Menace can be relevant. Some people just don't leave blockers. But mostly he's there for that. The first ability. Harsh Mentor. He does the best thing as Emulation Shaman, except for he's also a human, which is semi-relevant in other decks. But it's 2 damage, and it's only to players. Every time I cast things, non-creature things, every time I discard, it's Phyrexian Altar in red on a slug. Double damage. Other Chandra. Little Chandra. Nahab just lets you filter more. Thumber Alchemist is more damage. He's a decent blocker. He's an 0/3 for 2. Chandra's Incinerator is a neat card. It costs less for your non-combat damage dealt, which you do a lot of, and makes it so you can start using that extra non-combat damage that you're dealing to creatures with things like Chain Reaction to the players too. Grinning Ignis is a combo piece. Squee is a combo piece. Skirk Press Proctor is a combo piece with Squee. They all work with Runaway Steamkin. Tectonic Giant is just there for more damage to opponents and get you more cards. Dualcaster Mage is the combo piece with the twin cast thingamajigger I was telling you about earlier. Fnatic and Mogus, you're going to have a ton of enchantments on the board. You're going to have plenty of Devotion Red. Sin Prodder is going to get you extra cards possibly, and if it doesn't and Torbran's on the field, people are going to start taking a lot of damage. Goblin Dark Dwellers goes and gets your best card back from the graveyard as long as it's 3 CMC or less. Gutter Snipe has more damage. Cavalier of Flames is a one-sided draw me some extra cards if I have garbage in my hand. And then he dies and deals extra damage to opponents' planeswalkers. And then you have Goblin Chain Whirler, who does 1 damage to each creature and planeswalker your opponent controls, unless Torbran's on the field, and then he's a lightning bolt on steroids. That is my Torbran Thane of Redfell deck. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.